Hello everyone and welcome to my The Young and the Restless Soapy Stories channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As Jack, Diane, and Kyle entered the same train cabin as the Newmans, they adapted to their next leg of the voyage to Dumas's chateau. Regardless of what Dumas threw at them, the Abbotts agreed to be prepared. Diane hoped the trip would let her unwind, but after Jack mentioned that Dumas could attempt to set his guests against one another, she sensed that was not going to happen. The wait and hope cards were left for the Newmans to read as well, and Kyle did so. Jack thought this would be Victor Newman's undoing. Jack smelled traces of Nikki's perfume and assumed she was already on the train. The fact that her husband could still smell his ex-wife surprised Diane a little. Given Audra's plan to bring down Kyle, Diane's emotions did not improve when Audra Charles entered the compartment. The three Abbotts appeared to be attending a funeral rather than a large celebration at Dumas's house, Audra said. Claire was nursing her dad's cold, so Audra joked that she couldn't make the trip. Given the seriousness of Cole's sickness, Diane advised Audra to be sympathetic. According to Audra, she was unaware of Cole's condition's severity. Jack and Diane joked with Audra about how their tried-and-true scent would outperform Audra's new one. Given the superiority of her product, Audra pondered how people would react to their scent battle. What's not to love? Audra posed a rhetorical question. So much, groaned Diane. Jack asked whether everyone was hungry and shifted the conversation to food. I love the sound of the cork popping, Audra exclaimed as she opened a bottle of champagne. Kyle consented to have a glass with his adversary, despite Jack and Diane's objections. As Kyle foresaw her demise, she raised a toast to the journey that lay ahead. Diane questioned how Audra managed to get an invitation to Dumas's gala, which was only for the financial elite of Genoa City. In response, Audra joked that she was having an affair with a mysterious host. Kyle claimed that Audra was not particularly noteworthy as a businesswoman because she had been Tucker's assistant. While neither was acting like the Nepo baby Kyle was, Audra retorted, "Here we are." Jack grinned at Audra's clever repartee. The train reached its final stop. Audra was in over her head, so Diane urged that she quit out now. Being underestimated would make my victory all the sweeter, Audra retorted. In the meantime, Carter, Dumas's assistant, met with Nick, Sharon, Victor, and Nikki. The estate astounded Sharon. Being there, Nick noted, was like traveling back in time. Carter led Sharon and Nick into the mogul's estate's tangle of bushes. Sally and Billy had already left. They could be lost, Sally thought. When I'm with her, I'm never lost, Billy remarked, giving her a kiss. Dumas's estate impressed Sally. Alice in Wonderland was how Sally felt. Billy advised her to use caution around the Mad Hatter. Sally asked if he meant Victor or Dumas by that. Sally became enmeshed in the adventure's caprices. She and Billy discovered excellent food, flowers, and an opulent outdoor dining table. The joyful spread was not disturbed by them. Sally said that she had never seen the flowers on Dumas's estate before. Billy used his phone to snap photos of the surroundings. He believed these photos would make an impression on Abbott Communications. Billy's brilliant proposal was praised by Sally. Then, in order to prevent Billy from eating, she led him to a more isolated location. They shared a kiss. Billy said it might be better to return to the train than to remain at Dumas's chateau. Victor and Nikki, as well as Nick and Sharon, kept moving through the tangle of bushes. Nikki, who was sitting on a bench, said they felt like they were being played with. Sharon recommended that they unwind. Take it easy, Nick said. Returning to the train was Nikki's desire. Nikki and Victor were left behind while Nick and Sharon proceeded through the maze. Nikki expressed her want to hear Victor's thoughts on the matter. No, you don't, joked Victor. Nikki's husband assured her that he will eventually disclose his strategy for dealing with Dumas. In the meantime, Sharon remembered that Faith had once become disoriented among some haystacks. Sharon recalled that Faith had reached out to Nick to assist in locating her. She urged her ex to not minimize his role as a good father. It meant a great deal to Nick, he admitted. Nick and Sharon wanted to go in that direction since they could smell dinner. At that moment, they were reunited with Nikki and Victor. Nick made a hesitant suggestion that they return to Genoa City, but Victor shot it down. Dumas, Victor guessed, intended to wear them down by making them navigate the maze. Nick joked, "I'm pretty sure we've already gone this way," as the four set off. The sumptuous spread with the dining table, food, and flowers was discovered by Nick and Sharon, as well as by Victor and Nikki. Then they were joined by Sally and Billy. When Billy implied that he and Dumas would get along well, Victor laughed. Nick suggested that Billy relax as the tension between him and Victor grew. Nikki urged the men to put their hostility aside. Victor was unable to let it go. Billy, he said, was way over his head. As usual, Victor was acting like the center of the universe, but Billy pointed out that he wasn't. Sharon, meantime, made a remark about Dumas's flowers. Nick and Billy had one thing in common. They were both hungry. Victor revealed that according to Dumas's assistant, his boss would not show there until everyone had arrived. Sharon thanked Nick for bringing her on this incredible journey during a private conversation with her ex-husband. She wished there was less friction between her and Nikki, as well as between Adam and Victor. His mother wouldn't approve of any woman for him, Nick shrugged. Sharon guessed that once Phyllis showed up, things would grow worse. Nick questioned Sharon's ability to speak so negatively of her new bestie. Despite her trip to London with Nick, Nikki told Victor that she felt sorry for Sharon because of her experience with Martin. That was plenty, wasn't it? Nikki questioned why Sharon was required to accompany the Newmans on this journey. Victor should never refer to Nick as a partner with Sharon, according to Nikki. She was opposed to their reuniting. Billy then asked if anyone had any jokes they could share. Victor claimed to be examining one. Carter then met Jack, Diane, Audra, and Kyle. Carter resisted Kyle's attempt to shake his hand. He admitted that he was aware of Kyle's identity. Kyle was advised by Audra to keep the perfume competition a secret. When Carter invited them to enter the tangle of vegetation, Diane questioned whether this was a ruse. Carter informed the four that Phyllis and the Winters family were still not there. Jack and Diane said they were unaware that his ex-wife was present. On Dumas's train, Phyllis, meanwhile, helped herself to some champagne. She didn't seem to realize she was being seen on a screen. Phyllis has a panic attack in the maze. Nick steps in to save her. Collision brain. Dumas spies on his guests. Secret surveillance exposed. Movie camera man detective. Audra and Kyle heat up, but Diane isn't having it fire lipstick. Jack refuses to play Dumas' game. This maze is cruel. Anger symbol herb. Dumas' party turns into psychological warfare. Is anyone safe? Fearful face bomb. Damien's claustrophobia explodes in the maze. Lily saves the day. Anxious face with sweat wind face. Sharon spies on Phyllis and Nick. Jealousy reignites.